Oh, hi there. Welcome back to another video. I have to talk about this news because I think this is fantastic news. I think this is something that shows everyone that if you put your mind to whatever you want to do, you can achieve it. This is all over the news. A Tetris US teenager claims to be the first to beat a video game. Now, this is a fantastic achievement and something no one bar this kid has ever done. Now, I'm going to briefly read a story and let you know about this, but this is not what I want to talk about. It's the Sky News presenter that just shits on this kid completely. So an Oklahoma teenager is believed to have become the first human player to beat Nintendo's classic video game Tetris 34 years after its release. Willis Gibson posted a video on his YouTube channel of the moment he reached the level 157, causing the game to crash. The 13-year-old fell back in his chair, declaring, "I'm gonna pass out soon. I can't feel my fingers." It only took him 38 minutes to beat the game. Dear God, I generally didn't think, I thought when reading this, the title, that it was maybe a couple of hours, but 38 minutes to beat the game. Damn. Remarkably, until a few years ago, players believed it was only possible to play up to level 29. We've all played Tetris. Tetris is one of those games that, it's fun to play. We get to a certain level and then put it down and stuff like that. So briefly, in 2010, a professional competitive gamer, Thor Arkalord, managed to reach level 30 by using a technique called hypertyping, where a player vibrates their fingers in a way which moves the controller faster than the in-game speed, which again, I didn't even know that. So that's the context. Willis beats Tetris, the first human player to do it. That's absolutely fantastic. I think that is amazing. But this is what I want to talk about. Now, if you're from the UK, you know about Sky News. I don't really know majorly if they're amazing or not. I just sometimes see it on TV and go, oh, okay, cool. They're talking to an MP and pushing them and stuff like that and doing whatever. But when I see this sort of stuff, this just massively pisses me off. Let's watch this clip and I will give my thoughts on it.
Now, Tetris has long been touted as a video game that just can't be beaten because it just goes on and on.
Oh my God! Oh.
Well, 13-year-old American Willis Gibson has technically proven that wrong. He beat the original Nintendo version of the game by reaching such a high level that the coding froze. That left the program unable to generate any more falling blocks. As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal. Speaking of fresh air, let's get a look at the weather.
First of all, how dare you say this? There's effectively no words. Can you imagine, your child has beaten a game that nobody has done, has gone against the odds to some degree, and absolutely destroyed the game, and yet you hear everyone going oh, it's amazing, that's amazing, great, congratulations. And then you see this woman turning around going, go outside, kid, and touch grass. That isn't an achievement. What is an achievement is the fact that you're not a sports star, you're not a movie star. Willis beat a game that no one has beaten. And this is the response. Just the way that she's patronizing, looking down, going as a mother, I would then tell them to go out and get some fresh air. Can you imagine that she goes up to her kids and they're I'm an artist. I drew this picture for you. And she goes, well, you're not any Picasso, are you? Nah, this isn't going on the fridge, little Timothina. This is going straight in the bin. I'm going to shred this and you're going to watch. And yeah, that's the main thing right now. There is this whole thing around video games where someone can enjoy a video game and then all of a sudden it's oh man, you're lazy. You're how dare you? I know you've been working 12 hours. You're absolutely shattered. You've had 6 days on the trot, but you turn on that video games console, you're just lazy. Get back into work there. Go on, get there. You don't need this. How fucking condescending is this woman? You'd kind of think that anyone in the gallery, the place where they tell her what to say or help her with the lines or whatever, that they would be like, shit, don't say that. You're just painting gamers as lazy, like go outside and touch grass and you'll be absolutely fine.
As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal.
After hearing that again, it feels like no kid, like no person is allowed to express how happy that they are, that how amazing that their achievements are, because someone is going to look down on them and be like, fuck you, like how dare you. Like I bet she can play Tetris. I bet she would give up after 5 minutes, be like, oh sorry, I don't know about these video game things. Just leave it alone. Don't do this. It baffles me why we're still in this era where people look down on people playing video games. Like, what do you want Willis to go out and do? Do you want Willis to go out and like play sports all the time, never touch a video game? Are you going to tell Willis like directly and say, sorry, you can't play that sports, whatever you want to do, you can't do it? Like, it's so weird that people would like keep like bringing people down. It just irritates me quite a bit. Looking at Twitter, everybody is coming to Willis's defense. Like they are celebrating Willis and stuff like that to, you know, on this huge achievement, which again, a very huge achievement. But it's like beating Tetris is not a life goal. Yeah, for you, Sandra, how many world records had you set at 13 years old? What a small-minded, smug, and horrible way to belittle this kid's achievement. As a mother, I'd be super fucking proud. This took skill, determination, brilliant job. As a dad, I can safely tell you if Kit beat an unbeatable game and set a world record at 13, I'd be incredibly proud. The comment was so outdated and in such poor taste. To basically punch down a child, I'm almost lost for words. How is this reporting the news? 13-year-old does something that literally has never been done. This person, get some fresh air. I have no idea why so many people refuse to put some respect on video games. Beating Tetris is not a life goal. Did he say it was a life goal? Shitting on a kid for having interest you seem to dislike for some reason is big shitty person energy. I pity your children, you miserable... Can't say that word for YouTube. As a mother, I want to shit on this 13-year-old's accomplishment, which he did over Christmas break while not in school. What a miserable person. What this man accomplished is incredibly hard to pull off. Skill-wise in retention time, ability to control anxiety, sheer mechanical skill. No one has done it prior in over 30 years, and she makes this tired, dated joke. Disappointing to be still here society-wise. So this is one thing that I kind of really want to kind of talk about as well. And it says here, kid nearly wins Dart World Championship. Oh my god, so talented. Kid breaks a Tetris world record and reaches the final possible state of the game. Go outside. Someone remind me where darts is played, because I would say both of these are pretty damn impressive feats. Now, I want to talk about Luke Litter. Now, this is not about his accomplishment. It's just how the way that media kind of like deals with this sort of stuff, comparing to sports to video games. So it says, Luke Litter, what has a 16-year-old's remarkable world champion run done for darts? So obviously this entire article kind of talks about it. Unknown to most at the start of the tournament, the 16-year-old dismantled two former winners as he stormed into the PDC World Championship final at Alexandra Palace, where he was beaten 7-4 by superb Luke Humphries in a high-quality match. It's unbelievable. I just wanted to win one game and come back after Christmas. That was the only goal I set. So this is a massive bonus, Littler said. I've won 6 games here, so why can't I go and win 7 here in years to come? I've gained a lot of experience and stage experience. So it's really interesting how, you know, this guy is 3 years older than Willis, and yet like they're praising him, going like, oh my god, this is amazing. And yet you're belittling a child who played Tetris, who has done, you know, has broken records and got a world record, or will have a world record. It's just so fucking weird. This is what she had to say to Luke Humphries. Now, he is 28 years old, but again, you'd kind of think that maybe she would turn around and say something to him and be like, hey, let's go outside and touch grass. Like, you were just in a room, like no one cares about darts. Let's listen to what she says.
I'm delighted to say that Luke Humphreys joins me and Jackie, who's rejoined me on the sofa here now. Luke, many congratulations to you. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, it's going to take a long time before this properly settles in.
Did you get much sleep last night?
The presenter didn't actually say, hey, now that you've won, now you've done this, you should go outside and touch grass. Like, you know, it's just darts. Like, you know, it's not a life goal, is it? It feels like a lot of people have this double standard when it comes to sports, video games, or whatever. You know, just because it doesn't fit around that sort of person's interest, they just seem that they can just fit on someone's accomplishment because it doesn't fit what they like. I mean, it feels like she would just put him down if it was like Willis beat Tetris 3 times on 3 different Game Boys, did something absolutely amazing, and, you know, saved a kitten and then saved an elderly person or a young person or whatever. And this person would be like, well, you know, you play Tetris, so touch grass, kid. Yet anyone who plays sport, she's like, oh, gobble, gobble, gobble. You're absolutely fine. This is an amazing thing. This just really irritates me on many levels, that you're putting someone down. And if they saw this, they could be like, oh, well, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to accomplish anything. But then also, it just doesn't set a good precedent for you at the same time. It just makes you look like a clown, which you are. You're a fucking clown. So with closing the video, I really wanted to bring up this kind of phrase that has been said by Video Games Chronicle. So you have Vince Clement, I hope I said that, or Clementine, which I hope I said that right. But Vince said, it's never been done by a human before. It's basically something that everybody thought was impossible until a couple of years ago. And they even got a statement from the mother where it says, many users noted that Gibson's own mother, a school teacher, had already commented publicly about her support for her son's competitive Tetris career. I'm actually okay with it, she told the New York Times. He does other things outside of playing Tetris, so it really wasn't that terribly difficult to say, okay. It was harder to find an old CRT TV than it was to say, yeah, we can do this for a little bit. So in closing, I just want to say fuck you to this Sky News presenter. At the end of the day, I hope you keep the same energy, and then when your child comes to you, or children come to you with an achievement that they have done, you just turn around and say, I'll go outside and get some fresh air. And I hope that they never feel the disappointment. And they will when you turn around and not give them the positive reinforcement that they need. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comment. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.